Good evening and welcome. Welcome to Day 5 of the world premiere week of the Noel Edmonds Show.
Hello, I'm Phil Collins, and I'd just like to say that myself and Genesis are very pleased and proud to be a part of Noel's show. And I'm also very pleased and proud that Noel has in fact got his own show in America now. He's been doing it in England for many years, and everybody loves him over there. And I'm sure you're going to love him over here. So ladies and gentlemen, my mate, Noel Edmonds.
Tonight, from Hollywood, it's the Noel Edmonds Show. With Noel's special guest stars, Paul McCartney, Phil Collins and Genesis, Philip Bailey, stuntman George Willig, the return of American Jockey Shorts National Championship jump-off, home movie mogul Charlie Schmidt, the attempted recreation of one of Harry Houdini's greatest escape stunts, the Noel Edmonds audience, and me, Fingers Fontaine. Now, from the ABC studios in Hollywood, here is Noel Edmonds.
Thank you, a very good evening. Thank you for joining us. What a mad lot we've got in this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, I should like to introduce my very first group of real stars, the Noel Edmonds audience. Totally unencumbered by any form of modesty whatsoever. I want you to meet some champion people. We've got some tea slurpers. And at this point, everybody in here is going, what are tea slurpers? Well, there is a very noble art of drinking tea. Do you think you'd be any good? Yeah. You think you would be some good at this? Yes. Okay, step forward to your tea. And just before you do it, let's have a look at the guy who in England is the best tea slurper. Well, as you can see, he's no mug. Dribbling like George Best in a bib there, and the strain at 21 is beginning to show. You see the hand coming up. Now, this is a very important part of the art of tea slurping. He will start to... Oh, well, that's a bit of a sensation there. Yes, that was a very great disappointment because that gentleman really was our champion. But maybe you could do even better. It is the length of the slurp and the noise, and they'll be the judges. So to your slurping positions, please, ladies and gentlemen. You can't even reach the cup, can you? You can't get your stomach anywhere near it. Right. Are you ready? We will set the clock going. You're allowed to pick the cup up. You don't have to do it from that distance. Right. Okay, up to the lips. Length of slurp, go. As soon as you can't maintain a long, consistent slurp... Oh, the lady's got... Oh, a choke at that end. Oh. I'm sorry, the most dangerous moment in tea slurping. A blowback there. We had a... Yeah, use a bit of the tablecloth. It's cheap enough. It's an ABC one. It's small check. Are you all right? Yeah? How long did he do? Did anybody time that? I didn't see. How long was it? 21 seconds. Very good. That's excellent. That is better than the English tea slurper. Have you, as our new champion, have you got any idea who that tea slurper was? No. No. Well, we will now unveil the gentleman and reveal his identity. Now watch what happened when Paul McCartney appeared on my show in England. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Silly. Very silly. Thank you. Good morning. Thank you very much. Now look here. It would seem that tea slurping's very popular.
It is very popular indeed, yes. It's not easy, no.
Where did you get that idea?
It was my dad actually started me on it. He used to embarrass us in restaurants by doing it. And I've since taken up the art and I'm developing it, and I challenge everyone out there to do better.
What would you say? What would you say is your best time to date?
I have done 22 seconds actually, and but I'm going for 30.
These were far from ideal conditions.
Yes, it was very difficult. The pressure with the lights and all the people around. It's not easy, no.
Well, if we could, just for a moment, move away from serious stuff. We don't get an opportunity much to see you on television, or indeed for people to put questions to you. So we had a bit of a go-around with the audience here, who seemed quite willing to come up with all sorts of questions. Of a very interesting nature. I wonder if I could fire some of these at you.
Yes.
Are you wearing a vest?
I think you're going to, aren't you? What?
Are you wearing a vest?
No, I'm not wearing a vest, no.
Who's your favourite author and what kind of books do you read, assuming you can read?
Can I go on to the next part of the question?
Certainly. Have you got a favourite scar?
Favourite scar? Yes, but I'm not showing you.
Have you ever broken any bones? If so, whose?
Well, there's a story about that, actually. I did once break a young lady's nose, Sheila Pritherick. I don't know if you're watching, Sheila. No, it's true, though. We were playing rounders, you know, and when you go, whoop, and she was standing there. Sorry, Sheila.
What's your major dislike about Britain, apart from Sheila Pritherick?
Too serious, that. We won't get into that.
How many baths do you have a week?
Yes, good question, Noel. Did you like this?
Do you prefer long or short socks?
Yes, Noel, I
do. Who taught you to play the drums?
Yes.
Serious, you do.
You got me baffled here, yes. Who taught me to play the drums? Myself, Noel.
Yourself. Self-taught drummer.
The last time I came on the show, some people said, Noel didn't ask very good questions, did he? No. I think it's going to happen again, Noel.
Some people said you weren't very cooperative last time, hence What sort of music do you listen to for pleasure?
Stevie Wonder.
If you hadn't been with the Beatles, would you have rather been with the Trogs, the Yardbirds, or the Paper Dolls? That's a good question.
That is a very good question. I think the Trogs have to take the day.
Who writes your Christmas cards?
I do, Noel.
Which side of the bed do you sleep on?
Ooh. Left side of the bed.
Say the inside is always it.
Inside.
Do you still enjoy brushing your teeth?
Yes, I do. It's very good fun, that, Noel. These are great questions. I really love this. Great show, this.
And when you're brushing your teeth, do you look in the mirror?
Yes.
How often do you wash your hair with Grecian 2000? That was, yeah, do you have a favourite soap opera?
Yes, I do, actually. It's EastEnders, I think.
Is it?
With Brooks,
Thanks very much for coming in. Thank you. And good luck with the tune.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining the silliness and making it serious for just one moment.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Paul McCartney.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. In just a moment, we'll be meeting a man who bought a trombone because the guy in the store told him it was a Stradivarius. You've got a couple of minutes to work that out. See you in a bit.
The Noel Edmonds Show continues from Hollywood with the International Jockey Shorts Jumping Contest to pick a new American winner when we return.
Well, did you see it? Did you see it the other day? We had probably the world's most exciting challenge. The opportunity for somebody in this great and noble land to establish a world record. They failed to establish the world record, but only just. What we were doing was the champion underwear leaping. The current record is held by an Englishman, 26 leaps. The whole daft thing was started a few years ago by a French guy, managed to jump in and out of his jockey shorts 21 times in a minute. Could I have our first contestant on Friday evening here, please? It is our reigning champion. It is our reigning champion. You can tell this has really gripped the imagination of the American people, hasn't it? And what's your name?
Penny.
Penny, how did it go? I mean, did you enjoy your leaping?
Yeah, other than falling down, it was great.
You did fall down, but you still managed to do how many?
20.
You managed 20. So you were just slightly behind the French record of a couple of years ago, and you're only 6 adrift of the world record.
Right.
Think you can do it tonight?
Oh, I hope so.
You've been practicing?
No.
Goodness for that. That's a horrible moment. You were taking it seriously. Next one in here, please. Right along. And your name, sir?
Karen, and it's ma'am.
Oh, it's... I knew it was. Right, where are you from?
I'm from Seattle, Washington.
You think you're going to be any good at this?
Oh, definitely. I do it all the time.
Do you? And the jumping in and out of these as well?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, great. If you'd like to take up your position. Thank you very much. You've got to watch her. She falls over. She'll probably kick you. The next one right in here, please.
Hello.
Hello. Have we ever met before?
No.
What's your name?
Beth.
And where are you from, Beth?
Costa Mesa.
And what do you think of this whole ridiculous challenge?
I think it's absolutely ridiculous, as you just said.
Splendid. You seem to have got the mood and atmosphere. There's a little yellow mark down there, which you're happy to jump up and down on. Good evening, sir. Oh, good evening. You look like a true athlete. What's your name, sir?
My name is Robert.
Oh, OK, Robert. Point made. God, now, where are you from?
I'm originally from New York.
Yeah?
Originally.
And where are you now?
Right now I'm out here.
Are you?
I'm living in Studio City.
Are you? Why is that?
Well, brothers, friends, relatives, it's enjoyable out here.
So you're just bumming around, sort of living off other people's money?
Playing a lot of golf as well.
Oh, what's your handicap?
I have about a 7 handicap right now.
You really?
I really do.
Well, that must come in very useful for leaping in and out of your jockey
most
shorts.
Certainly does.
Something to do in between your...
While I'm waiting.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That sort of thing. Yeah, fine. If you'd like to take up a position there. Not there, I'm standing there. There. And the next one, please. Oh, here's a barrel of laughs. You look a cheerful so. Anyway, hello, who are you?
Jamie Short. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky.
You can't be called Jamie Short. Not jumping in and out of jockey shorts.
You're called Noel Edmonds, I can be called Jamie Short, I think.
Fine. But you got the same initials as Jockey Short, J Shorts, and Jamie Short, J Shorts.
Right.
And
well,
that's for real?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is your personal best?
Personal best in what?
There is an answer. Do step over there, please. And finally, good evening. Who are you, sir?
I'm Pat.
And you are taking this very seriously, I can tell.
Definitely.
Where are you from?
Fullerton.
And how quickly do you think you can do this? What do you reckon your personal target is?
I'm going for at least 1, okay?
At least one. At least one. That's what I like, the confidence. Do take up your position there. They have 1 minute, and we have our judges ready to do the counting, and the time... Oh, shoes off as well. The time starts now. That's the start of the 1 minute. And it's got to be right up to the knees. All the way up to the knees, please. And there they go. And I think you have to admit, by any standards of broadcasting, this is one of the most boring challenges that has ever been seen in America. Well, one of the ladies already has got completely confused by the fact they're gentlemen's garments, and really the only shock at this stage is that Penny hasn't fallen over. But it can only be a matter of time. Stop giggling and get on with it. Come on, there's a long way to go yet. Well, they are now going for the pairs. I can tell they were trying to get 2 people in 1 pair now. I hope you're doing this at home. Very good. Very good. Well, a moment of incredible drama now as we find out who it is who has managed... I don't believe it. It's you again. 22 to Penny Cox. Well done. Congratulations. Well done. And honestly,
I practice, I swear.
why are you so good at this? This for the 2nd evening running. You have beaten the men. That was a bitchy comment there, wasn't it? She's got small feet. They're going, oh, she's got small feet. You got a big mouth. She's got small feet.
She's got small feet,
I know it's a new American record. I was just building it up into big excitement. It's a new American record! Well done, Penny. We'll be back in a moment. Our all-American record holder.
Home movie mogul Charlie Schmidt will join Noel Edmonds next from Hollywood.
Thank you. Welcome back to a very important part of tonight's proceedings, because the Noel Edmonds Show now pays tribute to those great movie giants, those moguls. There was DeMille, and then there was Disney. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we present for you the home movie mogul himself, Charlie Schmidt. What do you mean, who? This man is a true giant of the movie industry. Here we have a rare clip from the home movie mogul's own vaults. The home movie mogul, Charlie Schmidt. Get over there. You're not to be that side. You've got to do everything different. Sit down.
Okay.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Does your nose have an agent?
No, not yet. But both of us are looking for one.
Where did you get the idea to do something as stupid as that?
Well, it was hard. It was really, it started, the point of departure really was boredom, which is something that I guess everyone can relate to. I come from a town where there are not a lot of cultural advantages. In fact, most of what we do is sit around and watch paint dry and stuff like that on weekends.
Have you got any more examples of the wonderful art of Charlie Schmidt?
I think that we do, or somebody somewhere in this building
does. You brought something along, have you? Well, could we roll it then, if that's the appropriate expression? You've got more things to show us in a little while, I do believe.
Yes.
For the moment, Charlie Schmidt, thank you very much indeed. Charlie Schmidt. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you. In just a moment, Genesis, Phil Collins, Mike Rutherford and Tony Banks will be performing their smash hit, Invisible Touch. But right now, let's go to a very quiet, secluded and private place on a lake called Geneva with a band called Genesis. Do you think your personal lifestyles are in keeping with the worldwide rock band one of the greatest bands of all time.
Wild Men of Rock.
You flatter us. I mean, you come over so quiet. You were saying to me you were up here skiing a short time ago. You've just come back from the Caribbean. It's so...
Well, he's the one that takes the holidays.
That's right.
We're slaving away.
Yeah, right, we do all the work. It always strikes me that there aren't many people in the rock business who actually conform to the sort of archetypal sort of idea that people have. But
yeah, I think a lot of them are much more normal than...
Yeah, I think a lot of them try, and those that are normal try to make themselves look a little less normal because that's what people want to see. But we've kind of made a kind of study of being normal, I think. Yeah. Very normal.
Very
See?
normal.
Smells like any other guy. I promise you.
How do you regard each other's independent work? Are you interested in anything that Phil does? It's terrible.
No, I hate it all.
It really is bad.
No, I like it. I mean, I think there's...
Someone said actually something earlier, I did an interview earlier, and they said, do you actually ring each other up for advice? Which I think is quite cute, you know.
I think and what was the answer?
And I said, well, no, I mean, yeah, I think we're all pleased that the things that we do individually are successful or whatever, because I think it kind of, you know, it can only help the band 99% of the time. There might be the odd time where it backfires, and I mean, you know, I've been singing on a lot of things that come out with my voice on the last couple of years, and so people can get, there's a danger that people get fed up with you, but I think generally it works in our favour. You know?
I think we feel very supportive towards each other, really, apart from Tony.
So do you think there'll ever come a time when Genesis will walk out on stage with walking sticks and long grey beards?
Well, it will be this next time out.
Will you just drift away, or will there ever be a big farewell? That's the end.
Oh, you've got to do a couple of farewell tours, haven't you?
Then come back.
Then come back.
What, the accountant says you've got to
farewell, then reform, then come back.
Yeah.
No, it's very hard. It's very hard to look ahead. We just sort of take it project by project. I mean, if you said 17 odd years ago, we'd be here on this boat together, I'd have said you're kidding.
Yeah.
And why do you think that is possible? What do you think it has made it so successful and kept you so close?
I think it's a chemistry. I mean, we find it very easy to come back together, as if we'd never been away, if you know what I mean, after a couple of years. I mean, I'd been around the world with my thing, Mike had done his, Tony had done his soundtracks, and really we walked into the studio having seen each other on occasion between the last tour and the beginning of this album. But we walked in and it was just like, you know, within 10 minutes, it's you know, you're back to where you were. And I think it's a very strong thing, chemistries like that. You don't often get them, and it's very easy to work with everybody.
Splendid, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And now, the performance you've all been waiting for from Mike Rutherford, Phil Collins and Tony Banks, of course, Genesis. And you've got to go away for a moment or two, which is a shame, but I'll give you something to think about. Why is the zebra at Dublin Zoo called Spot? I'll give you the answer in just a while.
The Noel Edmonds Show returns with Philip Bailey and home movie mogul Charlie Schmidt, who proves nose news is good news when we return.
That's some pretty interesting answers. Obviously, there's a lot of fans of the human body out there. You do all sorts of strange things with it, don't you?
I think so.
What about this video dating? You're very into that, aren't you?
Well, yeah.
Tell me about it, because I'd never heard of it before I came in.
Well, if you know, are a simple guy and you want to find people who like to do the kind of things you like to do, you're in trouble. But for most people, to solve that problem, all you need to do is call video date, as we all know. And regardless of how quirky your preferences are,
yeah,
there shouldn't be a problem, because what we do is we tape what it is that you like to do, as long as it is questionable,
yeah,
and then see to it that other people who are into that,
I see,
you know,
so
take a look at these things.
Like computer dating, but it's the video dating.
Thank you for looking looking at Video Date. If you're simple and not having much fun, then you need to meet people who like to do the same things as you. The best way to explain Video Date is through a free one-time personal video interview. We will then show this personal video profile to anxiously awaiting club members, possibly of the opposite sex, who are of the age and special interests you prefer. Video Date is the oldest and most popular service in the entire world. We are professional, confidential, and we guarantee results. For more information, call 4302, leaving your first name, telephone number, and special interest. When we return your call, if you do not personally answer the phone, the nature of the call will not be disclosed with anyone.
Is that weird? Thank goodness, I was off my rocker for a moment. That is obviously weird. Do you get many people inquiring about your duck planting service?
We're making a lot of money, is what it boils down to.
Do they grow to be quite big ducks?
That's right. Geese.
Geese? What do you do with the eggs?
Turkeys. No comment.
Right, now we've got another most peculiar item here, and I believe that this is probably one of your favourites, isn't it? Don't you do something funny with your face? What do you call it? When is a boy a man?
When is a boy a man?
Yeah? Where
It's
did
an age-old question.
When is a boy a man? When can he stand with the world in his hand and say, hey, baby, if you can, I'm a man. My mother, she tells me I'm too young to roam, but sooner or later I've got to leave home. A boy has the right to go out on his own and show the world that he's a man.
Great moments in broadcasting, ladies and gentlemen. You are indeed honoured. Charlie Schmidt is prepared to give us a live performance of The Singing Nose.
Okay.
Do you want to blow first?
No. I'm all set.
Okay, here we go. I just hope those of a nervous disposition will not be upset. I'm just going to get back out of firing range just in case.
I love it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Charlie Schmidt.
An open smile on a friendly shore.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Charlie Schmidt. Now, we had a great deal of discussion in the office, and we decided that if anybody was going to sing Echo My Heart, it should be the guy who actually recorded it. I mean, we just worked on the principle. He probably knows the words, I've got a feeling he'll put a lot of feeling into it. Philip Bailey. That was terrific.
I watch you all the time.
You watch me all the time?
BBC in London.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You've seen the show over there?
I've seen it. It's fabulous.
It's mad over there as well,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
Great to see you.
You said you had a great audience. You do have a great audience.
It's tremendous. I must say, they've been very good to me always. I'm very sad that this is the last show. But have you got a moment so that you can just stick around, because we are going to do something sensational from the ceiling of this studio, right there. We're going to hang a man upside down in a straitjacket, and we are going to set fire to the rope.
Come on.
Honestly, the great Harry Houdini escape.
I'll be here.
He's never done it before.
I won't leave.
It's worth watching. Make sure you don't miss it.
Noel Edmonds with climbing champ George Willig and the recreation of Harry Houdini's famous straitjacket escape when we return.
Welcome back. Welcome back to a very exciting climax to this week of the Noel Edmonds Show with something which I've never seen done in a studio before. This gentleman sitting on the ground is George Laporte. He was in our audience on Monday night. He was selected from the audience, and all week George Willig has been teaching him how to do the Harry Houdini escape. As you can see, he's wearing a straitjacket. He has got his ankles attached to a bracket beneath this rope. In a moment, this rope is going to be pulled up by our guys over here, and he will hang above the studio floor with the rope on fire. He then has, by our calculations, 1 minute in which to get out of the straitjacket, and the moment he's out, we will lower him to the ground straight away. This is the one thing this week which is not a silly daft stunt. It is for real. George, are you ready?
Ready.
We have our fire marshal here, just in case anything goes wrong. This gentleman also is going to set fire to the rope. The moment that the rope starts to burn, we will hoist him up. Can we get to the first position, please? Could the guys lift him up? Hold on. 1 foot's come off. Okay, we are ready now. Yeah. So he's at the first position. Okay. We are now ready to set fire to the rope. The rope is ablaze. You can raise him. And up he goes. The rope is starting to burn, and we have started the clock. And we reckon that he has probably got in the region of 1 minute. The rope is now burning. The rope is now well and truly ablaze. Now that might have looked like a very thick rope, but it is only a Hessian rope, and it is now well and truly ablaze. In fact, from the floor I can feel the heat. Come on, George. Come on, George. He's been up there 30 seconds. He's been up there 30 seconds already. And he's got his hands over the top. Come on, George, come on! The rope is burning right in the core of the rope. He's burning. See the flames flickering on the outside. And come on, George, you're down to your last 10 seconds. 7 seconds. He's on the first buckle. He's on the first buckle at 7 seconds. And it's out. Come on, George. Come on, George. Get a move on. You're at the minute. You've had your time, George. Come on as fast as you can. The rope is still burning. Come on, George. We're ready to let him down the moment it is still burning. Go! Down! Down! Get the rope out. Brilliant. Well done. Very, very well done. Brilliant. You just about stopped my heart there.
Mine too.
George, well done. And just to reiterate, for the benefit of anyone who didn't see Monday night's show, we've never met before this week.
Never.
You've never done anything like this before.
Never.
Are you a professional stuntman?
No.
You are not. George Willig has trained him all this week. I will tell you one little thing, and it doesn't detract from what you've managed to do. We did make sure there is a wire in the middle of that rope, just in case you fouled up and you didn't do it. But you did do it, George Laporte. Well done. Many congratulations. Well done. See you in just a moment. Well done, George.
Noel Edmonds and Day 5 of the world premiere week of the Noel Edmonds Show comes to conclusion shortly. Stay tuned.
That was an incredible stunt. Well, at this time, each night this week, it's been the point where I've been saying good night. But in fact, on this Friday evening, it's time to say goodbye. I'd like to say a very big thank you to our studio audiences all week and to the parade of stars that I've had on this show. I've had an absolutely marvellous week. I've thoroughly enjoyed myself. I hope that you've enjoyed watching the shows, and I sincerely hope it won't be too long before I come back to America again. Thank you for giving me such a warm welcome. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I wish you a good night.
Hotel accommodations provided by the Beverly Hills Hotel, home of the world-famous Polo Lounge, celebrating 45 years of excellence.
Tomorrow, Arnold becomes a victim of racism on Different Strokes. Then, prim and proper Clayton's caught living with a Russian defector on Benson, tomorrow on ABC.